Hey beauties, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be diving into the new Soleil Tan De Chanel, or actually I believe it's called something else now. And I want to forewarn you that the thumbnail was not clickbait. I might be breaking a few makeup hearts right now, including mine. But I tried to warn you guys. I tried to warn you guys. I had a feeling this was going to happen. I had a little insider information, and I am very happy to have a backup of the original Soleil Tan De Chanel. But today, we're going to be putting to the test the original up against the new one, which comes in this packaging. It used to come in a package like this, like the loose powder, which we're going to talk about that too. This is now a part of the Beiges line, and it is called the Healthy Glow Bronzing Cream number 390 Soleil Tan Bronze Universal. First off, the very first thing I want to talk about is that I didn't see any other shades. I was really hoping that if they were going to do anything with this, that I didn't want them to mess with the formula, which they did, but I really wanted them to add some shades because universal is not universal. We all know that. That was one of the biggest problems with Soleil Tan De Chanel, was that it only worked for so many people. It's something that I love so much, but it does not work for everybody. So I was really hoping that there was going to be other shades. Before I get into the formula change, I want to show you guys what I found on Chanel's website. I was on there just making sure, getting my ducks in a row, trying to see if indeed maybe later on they were going to come out with some other shades, but this is what I found. And I'm going to just put the screenshots right up here. I asked this question last night. Now I just opened up a little chat with Chanel. My question was, is there going to be another color option to go along with the new formula of the Soleil Tan De Chanel? Now they introduced themselves, yada yada, and it says right now there is only one color option for the bronzing cream. Right now it gives me like the hopes of maybe in the future there will be more options. But instead of going any further with that, she tried to sell me on something else, which happened to be the Beiges Sheer Healthy Glow Highlighting Fluid. She said that these come in 2 shades, and I'm like, I don't want a highlighting fluid. I'm kind of looking for a bronzing cream. But anywho, she was trying to be helpful, and she continued to go on about the information of the other product. And so I was like, yeah, okay, thank you. But I was wondering if there would be more color options coming, or if Chanel would be sticking with just the one color for the bronzing cream. And the response that I got was, we have not been advised about the future color shade additions. I'm sorry for the inconvenience. I said, thank you, I appreciate your time. But then I was like, no! Because to me, I don't know, I feel like if they were already releasing this product, they probably would have brought out the other shades as well. I'm still crossing my fingers, but I'm not going to say that my hopes are up high. I kind of feel like with this saying that it is universal, that's Soleil Tan Bronze Universal, I don't have high hopes that they're going to come out with another color. So it's kind of like this double whammy for me, because not only do they not have other color options, the color of this one is different, and the ingredients are different and significantly different. I heard it, I remember talking about this being discontinued, or not this one being discontinued, and I was talking about the possibility of a new formula and a possibility of new shades. And I can't tell you how many comments I got, no, they're not changing the formula. I was like, why would they do that? Why would they, bring out, like revamp it, unless they were going to add colors or change the formula? And why would it go to another line unless they were changing the formula. It just didn't make sense to me. And again, I was talking with people. Some people were saying, no, nothing's going to change. And some people were saying, no, there's definitely going to be changes. And I can confirm they are different. So the first thing I want to get into is the difference in ingredients. Both of them are $50. Both of them do contain 1 ounce of product. So that has stayed the same, but the ingredients, no. And I'm not happy about this. I am actually really not happy about this. I'm going to put a screenshot of the new ingredient list right beside the original. I'll have them marked for you. But let me just read this off. Dimethicone, hydrogenated coconut oil, second ingredient, hydrogenated coconut oil. Silica dimethylsilate, silica, and goes on and on. You guys can see right there. Definitely not the same as the original. And with the coconut oil being in there, that was just like, oh, I can't use this. I can't use this. Yes, I have this on right now, and I'm going to show you a demo, and I'm going to compare it to the original. But I'm washing my face. As soon as this video is done, I was planning on doing 2 videos today, but I want this off. I do not want my pores to get clogged. I know that coconut oil just destroys my skin. I know it doesn't do that for everybody, but for me, it destroys my skin, especially when it's this high up and it's the hydrogenated coconut oil. It's just not good. All right, so now that you guys have seen that, let's compare the products side by side. The very first thing I noticed whenever I opened this up is the way that it was in here. So like that little, I don't know, like it's kind of like an ice cream thing, like the swirl. The swirl of the new one is a little tighter. And before you even touch it, it has a little bit of a sheen to it. So I'm going to show you guys the original up against the new one. With the original one, I have dipped into this a couple times, so you don't see the full on effect of it, but I'm telling you that the way that this one is filled is very telling about the formula change. And on top of that, this one smells more intense. I'm smelling this one. This one's, it has a fragrance to it. Nothing overwhelming. It's pleasant. This one isn't overwhelming, but it is, it's more of a fragrance. I don't know. It's a little bit more intense. I prefer this much more. But anywho, let me go ahead and show you these side by side. You'll see that the color is not exactly the same. I'm going to swatch them for you. One is definitely darker than the other. The new one is darker. And when you're touching both of them, there's a definite difference in texture. The one that is new is a little bit more emollient feeling. And you really see that on the skin, which is really unfortunate for me. So that's what I'm going to go ahead and dive into right now. Let's go ahead and do a jump cut to the demonstration. You'll see me get a little irritated, and then I will be back. Getting into the demo, I have 2 of the same exact brush so that it is nice and fair. This is the BK Beauty 107 Synthetic Hair, and I am going to go ahead and demonstrate these. I'm not even kidding you guys. I'm so scared that I'm going to wake up with one side of my face just completely broken out. But it's okay. It's okay. All in the name of the love of makeup. I'm going to start off though with the original, this beauty right here. And I want to let you guys know, make sure you are keeping this top. It keeps it as airtight as possible. And I don't know what is the shelf life on these? 18 months. But I can tell you that my last one of the original lasted past that. No foul smell, didn't change in texture, didn't change in application or anything like that. So this lasts a really long time. 107, I'm going to start dipping into the original Soleil Tan De Chanel, and I am going to apply this one to the left side of my face. What I've always really enjoyed about this product is that you can put it on top of set makeup, you can put it on top of just foundation. The creamed powder texture is unlike anything else. I've tried other quote unquote dupes and they're just never the same. This is just something special, and I don't know why they chose to try to perfect something that was already perfected, but you know, I don't own the company. I'm just a little mad at them right now. And I haven't even tried the other one, but I know that I can't with that, with the coconut oil. Anywho, I'm gonna stop. I feel like I'm gonna go on a full-on rant here. As you can see, this is blending out beautifully as always, and you can build this up. I'm gonna build it up just a little bit. I now have bronzer all in my hair, but it's okay. I will get that out in just a moment. But this is finished. I think it looks beautiful. I've always loved this product since the very first time I used it, so I'm not shocked by this. Now let's go on to the new version. I want to let you guys know right off the bat that this one is more intense when it comes to the fragrance. It smells more like fragrance than what this one does. What is, I don't know, this one's just lighter. It's much lighter than what the new one is. New brush, new formula. All right, let's go. Start tapping. Okay, immediately I can already feel that this one is more like creamy, not wet, but not as like that powdery type of finish that I feel with the original. I actually do not think it is spreading out as evenly either, which is ironic because you would think with a more creamy type of formula that it would. I'm definitely having to add and really work on my forehead right here. I am bringing this down my neck, by the way. You guys, my makeup is separating, and I'm gonna try to show you on camera, like get close and show you, but I'm doing the same motions, like the tapping motions, going in the same exact places, and especially, you guys can see, and I don't like the, I don't know if I don't like the color, if I just don't like what it's doing to the side of my face. Can you see this? Beautiful. What the heck? What the heck? I'm just gonna zoom you in. I'm just gonna zoom you in. I hope you guys can see this. It's like this. I hope you guys can see this. Everywhere where I've put that, instead of it like blending out and being pretty like this side, it's, I literally have a line right here where it has taken my makeup off and deposited still some of the color from the bronzer. And this is not cute. This is actually quite terrible. It is quite terrible. This just isn't where it's at. I'm gonna finish off my makeup, fix what I can, and just, yeah, I'll be back. I went and I looked at the footage to see if you guys could honestly see what I was seeing on camera, and I think because this is such a shiny formula that I wasn't able to truly get it on camera. So I took a picture. I took a picture of both sides. You're gonna have to ignore all of the bronzer that is in my hair, but here is a side-by-side picture before I put any powder on, before I did anything else with my makeup. This is just my foundation, concealer, and then the bronzer. Can you see the distinct line that I had on this side of my face? It was like no matter what I did, I tried to buff around the edges, and all that was happening was it was picking up more of my foundation. It moved my foundation so much. I had to take my sponge, I went around the edges of it to kind of pick up anything that would be excess. I went over the edge of this side with my concealer and kind of tapped it in, and then I baked this whole area on both sides, set my face, and then I kind of touched up. I didn't really have to do so much touch up on this side with any bronzer, but on this side I did, because I was trying to kind of cover up and even out my look. Thankfully, I got it back to this point. But no, the amount of coconut oil in this separates so badly, at least on my foundation. And I'm wearing the Tint Idole Ultra Wear from Lancome. I gave it extra time to set up. I know that I can use the original Soleil Tan De Chanel on top of foundation as well as on top of powder, and it's not going to move anything. It's because it has this unique cream to powder texture that lasts all day long, and it's just so beautiful. I love it so much. This stuff, it is, you can kind of feel it start to almost melt with just the fingertip. And that's essentially what it did to my foundation. I don't think that during the hot weather that this would last on my skin. Even if it didn't separate my foundation, I feel like this could be disastrous for somebody who has oily skin, combo like myself. You might be able to use it if you are dry, but again, I would just worry about it separating your makeup. And I use the same stamping motion that I did on the opposite side. I use the same brush, everything. So for me, this is an absolute miss. I don't like it. I wouldn't recommend it. I don't like the coconut oil in it. That is a huge, huge mistake if you ask me. And the only thing bigger than the mistake of putting coconut oil in here is not taking this opportunity to come out with other shades. Now I have some more things that I'm a little upset with Chanel about. I'm going in, you guys. I'm not happy about this. I told you guys I had spoken with people. I had people telling me one thing, somebody else telling me another, but this is on the Chanel website, and I'm gonna put this on the screen. This is a question for the new Le Beige Soleil Tan Bronze Universal. It says, has the formula changed from the old Soleil Tan De Chanel? This is why I can see why people were so confused, because the answer says on March 12th, 2020, Beauty Expert, the Le Beige Soleil Tan Bronze Universal in shade 390 is a lightweight cream gel face bronzer with a velvet matte finish. I do not agree. It is not matte. It is not velvety. Absolutely not. Enhances skin with a sun-kissed glow. We are happy to advise the formulation has not changed. And then it goes on to say how to use the product. This is misinformation, and you see this not only with, Chanel right now, but we just saw it with Morphe, and a lot of brands have been doing this. People need to know, people that wanted the original could have had the chance to go get the original and have backups of it in case they didn't like the new one. I'm very, very grateful that I was able to go get another one, but this is the last one I have. After this runs out, thank goodness it lasts a long time, but after it runs out, I'm done. I won't be using this new one. Does somebody want this? I will send it to you. If you don't care that it's used, you can have it. I'm making sure I'm putting it in the right box. We're just gonna put her right back in there. And then I am tightly going to close my original and make sure that I can get this to last as long as possible. I know you guys probably thought that was it, but it is not. I have more news for you guys, and I don't know if this is going to be a good thing or a bad thing. I will test it out once it's out. I'm not sure if it is right now. Let me check on the Chanel website. One of my favorite powders from Chanel, this is the Natural Loose Powder. I use the number 30 Natural Translucent 2. This is a whole brand new one, and this is the original formula. So if you want the original formula, I can tell you that I purchased mine on Nordstrom, and this is the original formula because I compared it to the one online. All right, so yes, this new version is now available on Chanel's website, and there's something good with this one. There's 7 shades instead of the original 3. So that is positive. However, the ingredients have changed. I have no idea if it's going to be anything remotely similar to the original or not, but I'm going to go ahead and put the ingredients of the original and the ingredients of the new one side by side again so that you guys can see if this is something that you want to pick up. I think this is something that I will likely pick up to test out, but I don't know that I'll do it in a format like this. I'll probably do it in like a get ready with me trying out new makeup, but I just wanted to make you guys aware that this powder, if this is something that you love, you still can get your hands on the original formula. Again, I got mine on Nordstrom. So if that is something that you love, I've ranked this as my top powder so many times, and I've gone through so many of them that I have already placed another order to get a few more because it's a powder I use all the time. So yeah, but I just wanted to let you guys know. Let me know what you think about this change with the Soleil Tan De Chanel, also known as now the Beiges Soleil Tan Universal. What is this called? Soleil Tan Bronze Universal. I don't even like that. Like, at least keep the name. I know I'm being petty, but you guys let me know what you think. Did you not like this on me as much as I didn't like this on me? How do you feel about the coconut oil in there? How do you feel about the ingredient changes? How do you feel about a company saying that nothing has changed when it indeed has? Just let me know down below. I hope this was helpful for you guys, but anywho, please remember, stay safe, wash your hands, and stay healthy. I love you, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys.